Hello, good evening. So, for this opportunity, we are going to present, or I'm going to present, present perfect. Okay? So, this video will have, of this topic, will have 2 or 3 videos. Well, depending on how much information do I or can I share with you today. Okay? Present perfect, first part, or part number 1. Okay? We have structures and forms for this opportunity. And I want to start with the affirmative form. What is the structure of affirmative form? Well, I try to divide the subject pronouns in 2 main groups. Why? Because it has a very simple reason. Yeah? It's about the auxiliary verb. You see, we have 2 different auxiliary verbs, have and has. Okay, and in what situation can I use have, and what kind of situations can I use has? Okay, so look at this. I can use have with I, you, we, they. Okay, and I use has for he, she, it. Okay, simple. Now, what is the next part? The next part is the use of worked. Worked is not past of the verb. It is past participle. Okay? So, it is past participle. Okay? Past participle. Alright? So, let's read. I have worked in that company. Okay? All right. So I won't say anything about the uses. That's for another video. Okay? I'm just concentrate on what is the structure. So remember, I use the subject, the auxiliary verb have, the verb in past participle, okay, and a complement in that company. Okay? So let's go to the next. You have worked in that company. We have worked in that company. They have worked in that company. And so on. Yeah? Also, we need to remember that the past participle of the verb is necessary to remember the use of past participle is similar with the use of past of the verbs. Why? Because they are classified in 2 main groups, regular verbs and irregular verbs. Yeah? Okay? When we talk about the past of the verbs, only the past, we have ed at the end of the verb. Yeah? And irregular, well, they have their own changes. Yes? The same story is past participle. Yeah? We can say that the past participle of the verb is the same as the past of the verb. Okay? Talking about past participle of irregular verbs, that's another story. I will show you, but after. Okay? Now, let's talk about the contractions. In case of contractions, let's join these 2 words. I have, you have, we have, they have. Okay? And also we have the same forms here. I have, it's supposed, because of these points, we have worked in that company. Yeah? So when I say I have, the expression is I've worked in that company. If I say you have, you've worked in that company. We've worked in that company. They've worked in that company. Okay, so this is a way we can use contraction, reduce form of the expressions. Okay, remember, these forms are for speaking. Okay, when you speak, when you talk to somebody, you can use contraction. And also remember, formal English is this, informal is this. Okay, remember that. Now, let's go to the next part. We have he, she, it. Okay? Okay, so during English we have seen that these three forms has special change, yes, or special changes. Yeah, for example, he has stayed at home. He has stayed at home. Okay, the only change is this, have, has. She has stayed at home. Okay, or it has stayed at home. Okay. One particular point you must remember is that the time expression is not considered in present perfect, okay? And if I consider the time, well, it's not a specific, okay? It's unspecific time, okay? Now, let's see contractions. If I say he has, we have his. He's stayed at home. She has, she's stayed at home. It has, it's stayed at home. Okay? So these are the contractions, and I will repeat again. Contractions are for speaking or for informal English. Okay? So Jorge, can I read or can I write a letter or an email with the contractions? Yeah, but it depends. Depends of what or who are going to receive your message. Okay? For example, if it's a manager or it's a professional, obviously formal. Okay? This. But it's your friend, it's a family member. Okay? This one, it's okay. All right? Very good. Now let's pass to the next. And we have the negative. In the case of negative, we have to remember two main points. Okay? This, and obviously what is the use what is the use of in the case of subject pronouns or the subject, in fact. Okay? So for example, I have Jesus and I, obviously we have, plus not. Okay, that's why we say negative. We need to add not to the sentence to change it to negative. Okay, so Jesus and I have not visited our family. Okay, obviously Jesus and I, we can replace it by we. We have not visited our family. And using the contraction is haven't. So how is the sentence? So we haven't visited our family. Okay? Now what about the next? The next part we have Carla, for example, has not gone to the dentist yet. Okay? Carla has not gone to the dentist yet. So what's the difference? The only difference is has and have. The other parts are similar. Okay? Are similar. So how can I replace Carla? She. How can I replace has not? How can reduce the expression hasn't? So how is it? How would be another expression? She hasn't gone to the dentist yet. Okay? Now let's talk about, and finally, interrogative form. Okay? For this I have two kinds of questions. The first question we have Brianna and Luisa been to Cusco? Okay, so depending on what is the question, we have the answer. So these are questions, these kind of questions are called yes/no questions. You know that, right? Have Brianna and Luisa been to Cusco? Yes, they have, or no, they haven't. Okay, so with this kind of question, I say yes or no. All right, and on the last question, we have how long has Arturo lived for in Chiclayo? Sorry, how long has Arturo lived in Chiclayo? It's the question focuses on what is the period of time this person has lived in a place. Well, in this case, Chiclayo. So my answer is he has lived in Chiclayo since 1986. So I underline the last expression because this expression answers the question word. Okay? So this is what I wanted to share with you, okay, about the present perfect. And maybe these days I'm doing the next video, or I don't know if I'm going to do another one, okay, depending on how difficult is this. Okay, I know that this is probably one of the most difficult topics in English. Okay, that's why I'm thinking to do 2 or 1 more video. Okay, thank you very much. If you like the video, please put your finger up, and that's all for today. Thank you very much.